Hi, I'm Lorna. This is called Fire Race, a Crook Coyote Tale. I think it's Karok. Retold by Jonathan London, illustrated by Sylvia Long. All the animals are sitting around the fire. Long ago, the animal people had no fire. Day and night, they huddled in their houses in the dark, and they ate food uncooked. In the winter, they were cold, and icicles hung from their fur. Oh, they were miserable. Then one day, wise old Coyote gathered everybody together. "We have heard about fire," he said. "But the only fire is far upriver at the world's end. It's guarded by the Yellow Jacket Sisters. High up top the snowy mountain. They are wicked and will not share it. But listen, if we all cooperate and work together, we can steal the fire." There was much fearful murmuring about the Yellow Jacket Sisters, but all grew quiet as Coyote told them his plan, and then he went on his way. Grandfather Coyote slowly trudged up the mountain at the world's end when at last he came to the Yellow Jacket's house. Smoke was rising from the smoke hole. Coyote looked inside. The three old sisters were sitting around the fire. Coyote said, as friendly as could be, "If you let me in, I'll make you all look pretty." Suspicious, the three sisters put their heads close together and buzzed. "Come in," they said, "but no tricks." Old Man Coyote sat down and took a chunk of old bark between his toes and held it in the fire. When it had burned into a blackened coal, he marked their yellow faces and bodies with black stripes to make them pretty. "Now," said Coyote, "if you close your eyes, I will make you even prettier." Here was Coyote's chance. While the Yellow Jacket Sisters' eyes were closed, he took the charred oak in his teeth, and silent as the moon in the sky, he crept outside. Then he raced down the mountain like the wind. When the Yellow Jacket Sisters found out that Coyote had tricked them, they were screaming mad. They too flew like the wind, and it wasn't long until they caught up with Coyote. They were almost on him when Coyote tripped, rolled downhill like a snowball, and landed smack at Eagle's feet. Snatching the glowing coal in his talons, Eagle spread his wings and took off to the sky. Eagle was swift, but the Yellow Jackets soon caught up with him. Suddenly, Eagle dropped the coal. Below, Mountain Lion caught it in his great teeth and bounded off through the snow. Still, the furious Yellow Jackets followed. It's a mountain lion. He's sometimes called Cougar. Just as they were about to sting Mountain Lion, Fox snatched the fiery coal and bounced in among the tall cedar and pine. Fox ran and ran until she was so tired she couldn't take another step. She huffed and huffed Her breath made clouds, and the yellow jackets were right behind her. I think she'll get away. But just in time, Bear took the fire and lunged away through some brambles. Bear, too, was quick, yet the yellow jackets were right on top of her. Even Bear could not fight them off and finally tumbled into exhaustion. As Bear fell, Measuring Worm, the long one, took the fire. The long one stretched way out over 3 ridges, yet the yellow jackets were there, waiting, ready to strike. Here's the inchworm. Suddenly, right under the yellow jacket's eyes, Turtle sneaked in, grabbed the fire, and scrambled off. But of course, Turtle was slow, and one of the yellow jacket's sisters stung him in his tail. Aki! Aki! Aww. Turtle pulled in his head and legs and flip-flopped down the hill. Flump, 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 flump. The yellow jackets were swarming all over Turtle when Frog leaped up out of the river and swallowed the fire. Then Frog hopped back into the river, plop, and sat at the bottom. The yellow jackets stormed the river, circling once, circling twice, circling 3 times, buzzing the surface. They waited, and they waited, and they waited, but Frog held the fire and his breath, and finally the yellow jackets gave up and flew back home. Frog still. As soon as the yellow jacket sisters were gone, Frog burst out of the water and spat the hot coal onto the roots of the willow growing along the river. The tree swallowed the fire, and the animal people didn't know what to do. Here it is. Then, once again, Coyote came along, and the animal people said, "Grandfather, you must show us how to get the fire from the willow." So the old man Coyote, who was very wise and knows these things, said, "Ha!" and showed them how to rub 2 willow sticks together over dry moss to make fire. From that day on, the people had known how to coax fire from the wood in order to keep warm and to cook their food. And at night, in the seasons of the cold, they have sat in a circle around their fires and listened as the elders told the stories. And so it is even to this day. Fire race. All right. So this song goes like this. Bzz, 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 bzz. I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my, excuse me, mommy be so proud of me? I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Ouch! That bee stung me. All right.